After a nearly year-long battle to return to her post of High Court Registrar, Janine-Harris Lake is back on the job. Attempts to remove Ms. Harris Lake from the position were deemed political, as she is the sister of recently elected Prime Minister Dr. Timothy Harris. Eyebrows were raised in 2013 when Ms. Harris Lake was suddenly sent on leave, as it came on the heels of the then opposition obtaining an injunction that blocked government's move to change constituency boundaries. When due to return to work a couple of months later, she was reportedly informed by the then Minister of Justice that she had been reassigned to a newly created post of Director Legal Reform. Ms. Harris Lake challenged her removal from the post of Registrar on the grounds that only the Commission could remove her, not the Public Service Commission or the Minister. Throughout the latter part of last year, Ms. Lake, while awaiting movement on her case, was the sole person to report to an office at Port Zante that was set up for the new Legal Reform Division, where she is said to have had no regular communication with the ministry. Ms. Harris Lake returned to work as registrar at the Barstow Courthouse on Monday. Winn FM understands that Tasha Powell-Williams, who was acting in the position, reverts to her substantive post of Crown Counsel.
Mother's Day is the one day of the year that is specially dedicated to celebrating all of the wonderful things our moms had done for us over the years. And it's our annual reminder to express our love and appreciation by saying thank you. Give her either the Jimmy Choo for women, or Dolce by Dolce & Gabbana, or even Beige Volet, or Le Panther from Cartier, and Kenzo Flower Tag for ladies. Only at Ashbury's for great service. Ashbury's is located at Liverpool Road, Bastille, and also at the Marriott in Frigate Bay. Call 465-8175 or 466-1626. Ashbury's.
Queen's Counsel Charles Wilkin QC is calling for sprint champ Kim Collins and athletic officials to patch up their differences.
I sincerely hope that the renaming of the stadium will be but the first step towards the return of Kim to the national team where he belongs. The unapologetic purpose of this commentary is to call on the leaders of the National Olympic Committee and the Athletics Federation, and on Kim to reconcile the differences which have put Kim in our country's wilderness for too long. I also ask the people of the country to join me in that quest by making your voices heard.
In a commentary airing on Winn FM, Mr. Wilkin refers to Collins as a true national hero and someone who for over a decade has been the best-known Kittitian individual in the world.
Having been involved with others in 2013 in trying to broker a reconciliation, and having heard long and hard from both sides, I'm only too aware of how deeply feelings run. I believe, however, that this impasse has gone on too long, and it is in the national interest for both sides to bury the egos and the proverbial hatchet. It is time that the people of St. Kitts and Nevis insist on that happening.
No new taxes will be imposed to replace the loss of revenue from the removal of value-added tax on food, medicines and funeral expenses, says Prime Minister and Minister of Finance, Dr. Timothy Harris.
We are not now contemplating that there will be a need for us to engage in any new taxes to deal with any fall-off with respect to that. And so we are monitoring that situation very constantly. I want to make the point that we expect that as a result of freeing up money in the pocket of people, people are going to make other consumption and investment decisions which are going to add to the flows. And we make the point that a low tax jurisdiction is to be preferred than a higher one.
Prime Minister Harris believes that the new VAT policy will also address the issue of poverty.
You also have the additional benefit that you are dealing with a critical national challenge of poverty. The fact that we end up with over 3,000 plus people on a PEP program, many of them, or some of them, I shouldn't say, are graduates or or the graduates of universities, of colleges, etc., tells us that these people are just striving, they are eking out an existence. And we have to find ways that will create private sector growth, because the government, as it were, as a result of the IMF program and otherwise, has admitted that it has maxed out.
WINN is 98.9. 98.9 is Winn FM.
Winn FM's mission is to contribute meaningfully to the information, awareness, and the development of our nation and the region through the building of educated and informed communities. Winn FM faces the issues squarely, without shying away from controversy, while striving continuously to provide balanced, responsible reporting.
Better music, better talk, better radio. 98.9 Winn FM.
Mother's Day is the one day of the year that is specially dedicated to celebrating all of the wonderful things our moms had done for us over the years. And it's our annual reminder to express our love and appreciation by saying thank you. Give her either the Jimmy Choo for women, or Dolce by Dolce & Gabbana, or even Beige Volet, or Le Panther from Cartier, and Kenzo Flower Tag for ladies. Only at Ashbury's for great service. Ashbury's is located at Liverpool Road, Bastille, and also at the Marriott in Frigate Bay. Call 465-8175 or 466-1626. Ashbury's.
The Caribbean Court of Justice is being described as a significant regional institution that is critical to the future development of the region. Dominican attorney Anthony Astafan says the court, which is celebrating its 10th anniversary this Thursday, has made significant jurisdictional strides both at the original and appellate levels.
We've had extremely important decisions coming out of the CCJ on the free movement of persons, involving the Jamaican on the question of the enforcement of arbitration contracts within the context of a legislative framework, for example, as occurred with Belize. They're dealing with very difficult questions of the free movement of people. Dominica, as you know, is discussing settlement with the government of Jamaica over the Sparta incident, again because of its obligations under the Treaty of Chagaramas. The CCJ is now dealing with the question of the free movement of a gay activist at the first instance level under the Treaty of Chagaramas. So I think they've achieved a significant amount. What has held them back is the fact that many of our politicians have used the CCJ as a political football, which is unfortunate.
Senior counsel Astafan cited what he considers political football examples relating to the CCJ.
You win in the High Court, it's the greatest court in the world. You lose in the Court of Appeal, it's the worst court in the world, then you have to go to the Privy Council.